Now, Heartland Sports with Luke Randall.
As we begin another week, we've got one more thing to wrap up the last one, the top 12 plays of the week.
Land Football Friday Top 12 Plays of the Week. Sponsored by the Pickleball Factory.
We start our countdown with a touchdown. Drake Porter right here leaps into the end zone. The Rangers getting a win over DeCoin, and more importantly, they are 4-0 to start the season. Really impressive start from the Rangers. Another team that's 4-0, Jackson. The Indians. Drew Parsons finds Jory Toma for the long gainer. Not a touchdown, still incredible play. It set the tone. Tigers went on to destroy Farmington. Poplar Bluff. Gage Earnhardt finds Colt Clifford right there. The Mules nearly took down Cape Central, 0-4, but man, a win is right around the corner. Heron, Scotty Reynolds with the interception right there on their home turf. Hey, they didn't get a dub, but they can take a lot away from a great play like that. The instincts right there from Reynolds. Fantastic interception. Now this isn't an interception, it's a reception, a touchdown. Will Geatley to Langston Wreck. Dexter 4-0, haven't lost a regular season game since 2023, and another team having a strong year, 3-1, the Scott City Rams and Rustin Underwood. A big reason why the senior running back is continuing to tear up the SEMO Conference. We'll finish the countdown later at 10 tonight. Right now, though, SEMO basketball. The Redhawks hosting their first official practice this afternoon. Some notable departures, including Rob Martin and Teddy Washington. But overall, plenty of returners. The squad having a lot of guys who played huge roles last year. We'll find out more about them tonight at 10.